Okay, so EPF is a great product, but we do feel that its implementation is faulty, and we hear a lot of horrible stories of how people are trying to withdraw their money, but their money is stuck. Now, this makes me wonder, this makes me curious that if I have to check my own EPF account, then what do I do? What is that checklist that I should follow when I am checking my own account?
Absolutely. So to start with, EPFO has two portals.
Right.
There is a passbook portal and there is a member portal.
Yeah, two portals are there.
Yes.
So that is also very confusing, not many people know.
Yes, so there are two portals and you can first log in into the member portal, right? So both the portals have different purpose to solve, right? In member portal, if a lot of people face challenges with their password getting expired or those, you can, if your Aadhaar is linked, you can get OTP for that and you can get successfully logged in. So login itself is the first check. Right. If your login is not working even after doing password reset, even after doing all of those things, right, then you have a first level problem.
Correct.
Right? Let's say login happened, right? Then the first thing to check is your demographics, your name, father's name, date of birth, whether married, unmarried, whether you are an international worker or whether you are an Indian worker.
So this we see in the first link that we talked about, not the passbook one, but the member
in the
portal.
member portal one. Yes, this information is available in the passbook portal as well.
Okay.
But the primary use cases in member portal, you will also have all of these details mentioned, right? So you check all of these details and everything should look good, right? It should match with your Aadhaar and PAN card.
Okay.
Right? If if your father's name or your name or any of these details are mismatched, then you should immediately get it fixed.
Okay.
Right? So login became first. Checking your own demographics became the second. The third comes is checking about the companies that you worked for.
Okay.
Right? Now there are two portions of it. The first being in the member portal itself, you can see your service history.
Okay.
So you should see that if you're, let's say, worked at 4 places A, B, C, D, all 4 companies are listed over there.
Okay.
Right? Your date of joining and date of exit has to be correct.
Okay.
Even a mismatch of one day, right? So it has to be correct as per your experience letter or joining letter, like you yourself would know the dates best, right? So all the dates should be perfect and should be present over there, except your last employer because you are still working, so the date of exit might not be updated.
Right.
But otherwise your date of joining, date of exit should be there.
So one follow up here. So if it's a case of exempt trust, so I have worked with companies which have maintained their own trust. So in those cases, will that company reflect on the EPFO website or not?
So if you have, when you worked over there and then you have merged, right? Since if you have been a UN member, then that company will also reflect over here.
Okay.
So that company should also get reflected over here, and the date of joining, date of exit, all those details would also get reflected over here.
Okay.
It should ideally. So all of these companies are listed over here.
If not merged, then those individual trust company
are there? They are still
they
are still exist. So you either have withdrawn from it or they have not been merged, but basically they exist separately.
Okay.
Any company that you find it missing over here is a red flag. You have to try to get it fixed.
Right.
But there are two portions of checking the employment related details. Once you check in the member portal, you've already checked their whether the companies exist and their date of joining and date of exit is present.
Right.
Second is you log in into the passbook portal. Right. Once you're logged into passbook portal, you can see the passbooks, right, where you can see the contributions.
Okay.
Now in that you won't be able to see the trust passbook.
Okay.
So trust maintain their own passbook, and even when it is merged, only the names. So you don't have to worry about that. Okay, my trust passbooks are missing, but all your other EPFO passbooks you should be able to see over there.
Okay.
In an ideal scenario, if you have worked for 4 companies A, B, C, D, right, all your companies should show zero balance, zero balance, zero balance, and only your last company should have the full balance.
All right.
Which is what is called as consolidation of accounts. So when you move from company A to company B, your money should also move from company A to company B.
Right.
And when I say this, it is only EPF money. EPS money doesn't get transferred. So your EPF balance that you see, so there is a consolidated window also when you log in into passbook. It should say 0000, and whatever is your last company, that should show your full balance.
And what about EPS? Service period also in the passbook they show?
So service period. So if you are an EPS member, so that's the next thing. So you have checked companies, you have checked the company's contributions and all.
Right.
The next thing to check is whether you are an EPS eligible or not. That is something that can be defined by your first company. So if you are an EPS eligible member in your first company, you should be eligible throughout. Right? And there are 2 checks again that goes into EPS. One is in your member portal when you checked. Right, so you checked your date of joining, you checked your date of exit. Then there is a EPS date of joining and EPS date of exit.
That also
should be there, and that also should be correct. And same way, again, when you move to passbook, you can see contribution. So there is EPF wage, there is EPS wage, there is EPS contribution as well. So EPS contribution has to be there if you are an EPS eligible member. So if your
Okay.
first company has
Deducted it.
deducted and submitted as EPS member, all following companies should have it, right? If any of the company hasn't paid your EPS money, then that is going to be a problem sooner or later.
Okay, all right. So this is it. This is what we have to check.
So consolidation is one major thing. Post that, you also need to see KYC. So a lot of people, when they first joined, they did their bank KYC, right? But that bank account might have closed, that IFSC might have changed, right? So you should also check whether your Aadhaar is linked, your PAN card is linked. Most people who are currently in the job scenario, their Aadhaar and PAN are already linked, but no one bothers to check the bank KYC. So ensure that your bank KYC is also up to date, the IFSC and account number are also correct.
Okay.
That
So
is
the bank account which is connected with EPFO should be live and
should be
KYC
live
should
and
be-
active, right? And because you can only get money in that account, whatever is linked. So whenever you want to do withdrawal, you can't select where I want the money. You can only get the withdrawal in the account that is bank KYC approved over there.
Okay, so can we change bank account?
Yes, you can change bank account. So if it's outdated, if it is not linked already, it's a very simple process. You can add a bank KYC. If you are currently employed, your employer can approve it. If you're not employed, then in majority cases or for majority banks, it gets auto approved by the bank. So bank does the verification and the bank KYC does. Bank KYC is pretty simple to be done.
Okay, right. So KYC has to be done. So your account should be linked with your Aadhaar, PAN, bank account also proper, and something else that should.
No, I think as a check, these are the things. The point is, you should check all of this, and if any of this is missing, right, especially the consolidation part, as well as the EPF EPS contribution part, whether the numbers are matching correctly or not, or whether all of that is present. So for example, if you worked starting from January and the contribution starts from March, right, then there is a gap. So your contributions and this is something that you should also verify. But that's
So
all the
basically,
7
you have to
pointers.
check your name, your father's name, your date of birth, your joining, your exit date, and whether all company accounts are consolidated or not, and then KYC part, and then bank KYC. These 4-5 points are
this
what one
pointers
should.
are.
Correct, correct. Thank you.
Thank you.